What's up, horror fans? It's your boy Foz Rotten, and I'm back again today to talk about the hottest movie going right now, Late Night with the Devil. It's recently came to Shudder last weekend, and that's all anybody posted about on Twitter, Instagram, or anywhere else. I wanted to see it in the theater. It looked awesome for a theatrical release, but them's the break. Sometimes you get busy with life and you can't go, so you watch it on Shudder, which was totally great because it was like you're watching an old found footage videotape on your TV. But, the little extra parts would have been cool, and all the horror would have been cool in the theater. Anyways, my very brief review of Late Night with the Devil was, it's awesome. Do more practical next time. I didn't mind the AI shots, but you could tell they were AI shots, just the little things put in there. So why do it? You get everybody in a ruckus. Just don't do it. No more AI. Also, the lead actor, excellent. Everybody was very excellent in the film. I really liked it. But I'm not doing a full review today of Late Night with the Devil. Just know Foz gave it 4 out of 5, 2 thumbs up. Foz says check it out. All right, today what we're going to talk about is 3 movies that if you like Late Night with the Devil, you might want to check these out. Now, I've seen Born to Be Rad and a few other people give some suggestions, and I know Garrett on his channel, he was talking about movies that you would like House of the Devil and stuff like that, that was period-based movies made modernly. And that's great. I love all these suggestions, comparisons. I loved his list. But what got me thinking a little bit was, what about movies that all had the same overtone, that all made me think of each other, all had the same feeling? And the overall, I guess you would call it, theme would be, besides the devil worshipping and demonology and cults, would be something from your past coming back to get you, even if it's years later, and it's all mixed in with cults and demons and everything. All right, so the first one I have here for you, if you've seen the t-shirt, you already guessed it, Popcorn. And this is an awesome release from Synapse a while back. I think that they might still have some Steelbook Blu-rays available, but I got this from the Synapse booth a long time ago at a Horror Hound, and I love this copy. It's also available to watch from a couple years back. Joe Bob did with his Elvira Haunted Hill special. Way a good way to watch that on Shudder with Joe Bob. There's a really cool disc right there, but looking at it just now before I started doing this, look at this. Look at this cool secondary slip. I might just slip that out. If I had a slip cover to go over that, I might flip that cover. And shout out to Synapse, always really cool. Okay, so Popcorn, if you haven't seen it, it's about a girl who's having these nightmares. She's waking up in the morning, and she's a film student, so she's like, Mom, I'm having these nightmares, but they're not scaring me. They're making me want to make the movie I'm having the nightmares about. And her mom's like, I don't know about that. What's the little girl's name? Oh, that's her real secret name. Oh, wait, I didn't say that. So the movie Popcorn is about a film nerd who apparently was a part of a film cult whenever she was little. And why don't we have a film cult yet, YouTube? Holler at your boy. I need to join a film cult. I'm just saying. And so she's in this film class, and they decide that they're going to start doing getting ready to raise funds for their school through a one night only matinee-esque monster movie. All night long, 3 movies. They have the big props and everything, like in the movie Matinee, if you're familiar with that, with my boy John Goodman. And it looks like real fun. That's the best parts of the movie to me, is seeing all the crazy stuff, like the buzzing chair and the big bug in the sky and everything. I'd love to go to something like that. And everybody was dressed up. It was awesome. The plot of the movie is, though, once she gets in there, they find this canister with a film on it that's unmarked. They put it on, and it's this face, a severed head, all kinds of horror stuff going on, and it's talking about burning and this and that. It turns out that was the leader of the film cult that she doesn't know she was a part of, and this and that happened, and basically the place burned down, the theater burned down with everybody in it for a screening of this film that never got finished because he was going to finish it that night. And so the whole movie is people getting knocked off in a slasher style. And so you're thinking it's this guy coming back because she's hearing things and having all these images pop in her head. And so it's this dead film cult leader coming back to get her, is what you think the plot of the story is. There's some twists and turns, obviously. It's really cool. It's on into the 90s. So it's kind of weird because it's not your normal 80s slasher. And it's filmed in Jamaica, so you got a lot of reggae on the soundtrack and a reggae band playing. But it's a really cool movie. If you've never seen it, get the Synapse Blu-ray or check it out on Shudder with the Joe Bob commentaries in between. All right, moving on from popcorn. Can't tell you how much I'd suggest this. It's another really cool film that you can get on Blu-ray with another movie called Visiting Hours, but this is Bad Dreams. All right, if you've never seen Bad Dreams, this is like Dream Warrior, Nightmare on Elm Street 3 Dream Warriors at Kmart. Mama want Nightmare on Elm Street 3 Dream Warriors. We have Dream Warriors at home. This is Dream Warriors at home. A girl, when she was a little girl, was a part of a cult. The cult all killed themselves, and with the house burning down. Sound familiar yet? And she's saved out of there, and she's the only one who survives. And 13 years later, she awakes from her coma, and she can finally tell the tale of what happened. And this whole time, she's hearing the cult leader who killed everybody in her head saying, come join us, come join us. She's seeing all this stuff happen, and everybody in her little group that's meeting for their split personalities are getting killed off. And Dean Cameron, one of my favorite actors, you might know him best from Summer School or Ski School, or as Spicoli in the Fast Times at Ridgemont High TV show, or any other 100 movies. I love him to death. He's in this in one of his best roles. There's a really cool scene where he's all out of his mind. He's walking down the hall and the Sid Vicious version of My Way is playing. Regrets, I thought of you. And it's just like, this is the coolest fucking scene I've ever seen in my life. 100 stars to this movie. 100 stars. But anyways, check that out. It's got a lot of familiar people you might recognize. Her doctor is the dude from Reanimator, not Jeffrey Combs. The detective is a guy that I recognize from Repo Man and a bunch of movies. And one of my favorite scenes in the show, Wings. Love that. If you know who I'm talking about, you'll know the scene. Hit me up about my Wings podcast. Sandpiper Air coming soon. Anyways, check out Bad Dreams. It's another cult burning movie that reminds me of Late Night with the Devil, reminds me of popcorn. And since we're talking about cult movies and your past coming back to get you, and years later it comes back to bite you in the ass, I gotta talk about one of the all-time greatest to do this, Clive Barker's Lord of Illusions. Check this out. Whereas that was a double feature, this is a nice collector's from Scream Factory. And I love this movie. I watched this movie so much as a kid because, one, Mr. Scott Bakula from my favorite show, Quantum Leap. This was his, I'm going to be a movie star. Well, maybe not. But I will be the captain of the Enterprise. Anyways, this movie is awesome. If you've never seen it, he plays a detective. And from what I understand, he's in more than one story from Clive Barker, who's like a private eye noir style detective. And he keeps coming on all these cases that have something to do with the dark side. This one he stumbles upon in California, an illusionist who kills another illusionist, aka magic men that can do whatever they want. There are some people who can just perform magic tricks, and then there's some people who's tapped into the actual real magic of the world, and they're called illusionists. And one takes one out years ago because he's kidnapped a girl and he's going to kill her. And so him and a group of people stop the cult leader from killing this girl. And then it's years later, and the rest of the crew is trying to resurrect the cult leader, who they think's not dead, and he's just buried away somewhere, and they can resurrect him because he is all that's evil. And guess who gets in the way? Scott Bakula gets in the way. That's who. Sam ain't gonna let that shit happen. No way, homie. So, this is a really cool Clive Barker film. If you like Nightbreed, if you like Hellraiser, with a little bit of 90s feel to it, and some Scott Bakula leading man, daddy, That gave me some issues. This is the movie for you, and rest assured, Scott Bakula gets his man. Always does, always will. And I think if I'm not wrong, that's Jean Grey as the main girl in it. But really cool. I've watched this since the 90s. This is actually the director's cut and the theatrical. I like the theatrical better. 9 times out of 10 for me, theatrical is always better. I don't know why. It just is. Maybe just it moves faster. Anyways, guys, this has been Lord of Illusions. This has been Bad Dreams. Visiting Hours ain't bad as well, but we ain't talking about that right now. And Popcorn. These are all movies that remind me and would remind you of Late Night with the Devil. I'm Foz. Please make sure to subscribe, follow me on Instagram, Twitter, everywhere for a good fun time. And I'll talk to you later. Bye.